So EA has revealed FC25 Career Mode, including the new features that are coming, and while the new features were definitely needed in the mode, FC25 Career Mode is still missing a lot of features that would improve the mode so much. This is part 2, if you did miss part 1, go and check it out, but we've got a lot of good features to talk about today. Make sure you subscribe because there's a lot of FC25 content still to come. Let's start with post-match interviews in Player Career Mode. This would be so nice in Player Career Mode because players get interviewed all the time in real life after the game, but in Career Mode they don't get interviewed. The managers in the game get interviewed after their matches, but I don't know why they haven't brought this feature into Player Career Mode because it was in the journey. You know, if you played the journey, you get tons of post-match interviews where the reporters ask you good questions. It might be about a goal you scored, it might be about you getting sent off, it might be about the tactics that your coach did, could even be about other teammates as well, and this would be a nice feature to have in the game. In the journey, it would boost up your followers. It could also make the manager angry if you gave bad responses. When you do like a transfer and you join a new club, it would be nice to see you do like a press interview. You can say some nice things about the deal, nice things about the club you're joining, and your previous club as well. These are things you need in a Player Career Mode because press interviews are part of football, they're a part of a player's career, and we don't even get that in Player Career Mode still, despite it being in the journey. Another feature we wanted in Player Career Mode was boot deals or sponsors. This is where your agent can come up to you and say, look, we've got offers from different brands and they want you to wear their boot. They're going to pay you some money to do that. This is the NBA 2K example. You get an email from your agent that says, I know you've been getting a little anxious over shoe deals, but now that you've built up your profile, we've got options. I can approach anyone and get you a meeting for real. Just let me know who you want to be with and we'll get it done. Simple as that. All you need to do is choose. And then it comes up with the different brands you can work with. In NBA 2K, it's the Jordan brand, Adidas, Nike, Puma, Converse, and New Balance. You pick whichever brand you want to be with, and then you go from there. You start wearing their shoes. In the journey, they did have boot sponsors as well. When you reached 200,000 followers on the fake Twitter, you would get your first boot sponsor, which was Adidas. This cutscene that you're seeing on your screen would play. You would be in your apartment, and then you could see the agent walk in with a suitcase of 2 of Adidas's latest boots, and then you would just pick whichever boot you wanted to wear. It would give you a description of the type of boot you're going to be wearing. Why can't they do this in Player Career Mode in FC25, you know? I know you can pick the boots you want to wear in the menus in Player Career, but this would be something a little bit different. This would be a sponsor, so they would actually pay you money, and then you just stay loyal to that brand, or you would have a contract with that brand, maybe for a season. Boot sponsorships are a big part of any player's career, and this would be a nice feature to have where you can select your boot and also get paid to wear that boot. Another feature we all wanted in Player Career Mode was the neighborhood feature. This is something that's in NBA 2K, and a lot of people say they don't like this feature because everything's locked and it's not that easy to unlock stuff. Sometimes you might have to take your wallet out as well and pay for stuff. But I mean, EA doesn't have to make it that bad. They can still give us an easy way to unlock everything. Basically, in the neighborhood, it's like an open world where you can interact with other online players as well, and you might play like 5-a-side. Maybe they could put like a Volta court there where people can play Volta. There's even a gymnasium where you can go and run on the treadmill. You can lift weights. There's Gatorade bottles that you can drink. There's Beats headphones you can wear as well. And there's other places like the barber shop where you can go and get your hair cut. There's the tattoo shop as well. And there's also the merch store where you can buy just casual clothes for your guy as you roam around the neighborhood. This is stuff you need in the Player Career Mode. You need like an open world. You need to make it some sort of GTA clone where you have an apartment where you can walk around. Imagine having a GTA mode that's like this in Player Career Mode, where obviously you don't do all the GTA stuff, but you could do the stuff athletes normally do, you know? Like go to the Gatorade bar, get a drink, walk out of the gym, go for a jog, go and buy some food, maybe go and buy a car, drive the car around the open world. I don't know. I would love something like that one day, and I think that's the next big feature that Player Career Mode needs. Instead of changing your hairstyle through the menus, you would walk into the barber shop and go and get your hair cut like that. Maybe you would pay some money as well, because at the moment there's really nothing to do with the money in the game anyway. So if you had this open world thing, you could spend your money as well as you earn it. And obviously it doesn't have to be microtransaction heaven for EA. They can make it sort of easy to unlock everything. But once you're getting that big salary in the game, you should be able to go shopping, buy some stuff, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor in a casual open world and interact with other players. It's insane that you can buy a watch and see your watch on the player's wrist in the open world. You can even buy headphones. I know that EA's Player Career Mode has some sort of Beats headphone sponsorship as well, but you never see your player actually wearing the headphones. It's just the menu thing, and that would change obviously if there was an open world where you could see your guy walking around with the headphones. So yeah, like I said, I think this would be a big feature to have in the game. If they do it properly, if they don't make it like so hard, if they don't make it pay to win, this would be an awesome feature. Obviously, I'm just dreaming at the moment because we know this is never going to happen, because if EA actually did this open world fantasy, it would become better than Ultimate Team, and then people won't play Ultimate Team anymore. Another feature we wanted in FC25 Career Mode was cutscenes for the activities section in Player Career. EA hasn't mentioned any changes to this activities section, so I assume it's just going to be the same as last year, where you have all these menu-based tiles, and it says you can buy an executive box, but you don't even know what that box looks like. You can purchase handmade shirts and silk ties, or even a suit from the top designer, but there's no cutscenes to show you the player going through the suit shop and picking out a suit. There was actually one time, I think it was FIFA 22, where they had opening cinematic gameplay. It was some sort of like welcome to the game thing, and you could see your player come into the suit shop and pick out a suit. There was even a guy there helping him out. I thought that was really cool, and that's pretty much what I want in FC25 Player Career Mode. If there's no neighborhood thing and they're just going to stick to these tiles here, they should give us some sort of cutscene where you can see at least what you're buying. This one was really cool as well, and I would love to see this in manager mode. Basically, pre-game locker room hype talks. Everyone that's played football knows that before a big match, or before any match really, the coach gives that pre-match hype talk where it pumps everyone up and you're ready to go onto the field and perform. In Manager Career Mode at the moment, there's no pre-game hype talks. You can't motivate your team, you can't hype them up. And I would love to do that in manager mode. Even having pre-game team talks in player crew mode would benefit the game mode as well. Take a look at this cutscene from The Journey. The coach talks about previous real-life footballers that have won the tournament and how they dreamt of scoring the winner in the FA Cup final. He's basically pumped this game up so much, and it just gets me so motivated, even as I just hold the controller to play this match and win this match. They talk about passion, commitment, and control on the field. This is what your manager would talk about if you played real life football, you know? We can't do this in career mode. We can't motivate the players. Even as a player in player career, we don't get team talks which can pump us up for the match. I really feel like The Journey was the best career mode we ever had. They should just make another story mode. Next up is an off-field cutscene when you get a red card. How cool is this? After getting a red card, you can actually see a cutscene where the gaffer is angry with you. It makes you actually feel bad for getting the red card. It makes you feel like you have let the team down. You actually apologize to the gaffer, and you don't actually want to do it again. And I thought this was cool because, you know, red cards are a part of football. Sometimes you get them, but this actually makes you feel pretty bad for getting a red card. I like the after-match cutscenes in The Journey. It makes you feel good about winning the match, and it also helps you develop a bond with your teammates. In this cutscene, you can see the players come back into the locker room after winning, and then one of the players hypes himself up, but we shut that down pretty quickly. I do like the interactions with the teammates. In the game at the moment, you don't really see any after-match cutscenes. You might see like 1 or 2 seconds, but you don't actually see this full-on interaction. One thing I liked from The Journey as well was the Team of the Week cutscene. Imagine if your players or your own player in player crew mode made it into the Team of the Week, you would see a cutscene of them getting their card. That would be really nice to look at. I haven't played the beta, but hopefully they've fixed this. If they haven't, I guess this makes the list as well. They need to improve the job offers section. I want to be able to apply to any club I want to in the game. I would also like to defer the date I join the new club, maybe for the end of the season instead of immediately. I don't like how you just get shipped over to the new club like it's Amazon Prime same day delivery. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and remember to subscribe, and hit the thumbnail in the middle to watch another FC25 video.